What's up, y'all? It's your man Jay Sands on Sports. Hip-hop and sports entertainment at its finest. That's right, y'all. The big kid is at it again. So, yo, let's jump right into it. NBA All-Star Weekend in Phoenix. Now, I don't know if you were there or you were like me at home catching the games in a contest on TV, but it was an amazing weekend to check out the great talents of the NBA. Starting off with the slam dunk contest, you got Nate Robinson at 5'8", I think, going against Dwight Howard, and it was amazing. I think Dwight Howard won it. I mean, dunking on the 12-foot rim, the one he caught on the side, but this is where he lost it. He shouldn't have helped Nate Robinson. Now, why you letting Nate dunk over you? Come on, man. You trying to get the chip or what, man? Let it for all that sportsmanship. So big up Nate Robinson, bringing the kryptonite to the game. And then the three-point contest, you had Daquan Cook from the Miami Heat, also the Ohio State University, banging them tray balls and taking that chip home. But the big event was the actual game where you had the East versus the West. And this was the first time Shaq and Kobe played together since they were with the Lakers. And you know the NBA pushed that as much as they could. And it was kind of cool, I think. You know, Shaq and Kobe, they both won the MVP. Although Shaq only played 11 minutes, but still, Kobe had 27 points. And I think the chemistry was pretty good between them. And hey, now it has the rumor, is Shaq trying to go to LA? Well, we just have to sit back and check out the NBA, see if that happens. So now we're going to go into a sport that I know y'all going to trip off of, but it's NASCAR, man, the Daytona 500. Now, unlike any other sport, NASCAR starts off with their Super Bowl in the beginning of the season, and that's what the Daytona 500 is. But imagine a couple weeks ago when you were watching the Super Bowl and it ended in the third quarter, and that's what happened. 48 laps left, and they came up with a winner. No hating, because Matt Kenseth, well-deserved winner, but still, the race did not finish. So that always puzzles me about NASCAR. How you going to have your Super Bowl and not finish it? But anyway, let's go into the stats. Matt Kenseth, he only led the race for 7 laps, and also he had a winning streak of 36 races, so this was big for him to come up with the chip for the Daytona. And also, he started at the 39th position at the pole, which was also the worst pole position for anybody to ever win the Daytona 500. So big up to Matt Kenseth. But also, if you were watching the Daytona 500, you noticed that there was a lot of rain. And with the rain comes the wrecks. And the big wreck was between my man, who I'm pushing for, Little E. Dale Earnhardt Jr. You know, he was trying to come around the outside on my man, tipped his back, and then it caused like a 7-9 car crash, and everybody was mad. Kyle Busch was beefing. But hey, man, that's the game you playing. So, hey, man, stop hating on my man, Little E. Little E, man, we need a chip one time, man. Holla at your boy, man. All right, now, the last thing I want to go into is a topic I probably could have led the show off with, and that's A-Rod and him admitting that he took steroids from 2001 to 2003 when he played for the Texas Rangers. Now, if you watch my show, you know that I got a lot of respect for Alex Rodriguez, and I'm one of his fans. But to me, I feel like this opens the door for my boy Barry Bonds to get in the Hall of Fame, because if A-Rod's admitting it, and there's another 103 players, then that has to mean that this was a culture in the sport. And again, let's reiterate, it was not against the rules when they were doing it. Now, I know A-Rod's going to catch a lot of flack, but again, I must reiterate that you have to see the ball, hit the ball to knock it out. You have to field the ball. You have to do a lot of things that actually take skill instead of talent. So I'm going to give A-Rod a pass, and I hope you do too. Now we're going to go into my guest this week, and I have funk soul legend Vaughan Mason from Vaughan Mason and the Crew. You know a lot of his songs. Your parents know a lot of his songs, but you'll be surprised what he's doing in hip-hop too, no doubt. So this is Jay Sands on Sports, and we'll be back, y'all. What's up, y'all? It's your man Jay Sands on Sports. I got a special guest today, Mr. Vaughan Mason. Y'all know Vaughan Mason, funk music legend, and also pioneer to the hip-hop music. I'm sure you heard his bass line in many hip-hop songs. Doom, 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 doom. Yo, this is this man right here, Vaughan Mason. Pleasure to have you on the show.
Thanks for being here.
Definitely. Now, this is a sports show, and I want to ask you some sports questions. You're a New Yorker.
I'm a New Yorker.
And I tell all my New York guests, the one thing is that you guys have 2 teams for everything.
Yes, it's a big city.
Okay, well, Yanks and the Mets, who you pick?
Yanks.
Okay, Giants and the Jets, who you pick?
I grew up with the Giants.
Okay, and Nets and the Knicks, who you pick?
I grew up with the Knicks.
Rangers or the Islanders?
I grew up with the Rangers.
Okay, no doubt. Okay, New York, no doubt. Okay, well, check it out. Your songs came out in like your hit was in 1980, right?
That's correct.
No doubt. So you've met tons of athletes.
Tons.
I'm sure you have.
I'm sure they passed by.
No doubt, no doubt. They've been at your shows and all that. Are there, like for instance, Dave Wynn, have you ever met anybody famous that fans out there would know?
Daryl Strawberry.
Daryl Strawberry, okay, no doubt.
Right before he went through that, whatever he went through. I can't remember what he went through.
No doubt.
Drugs? Was it drugs?
Oh man, it was more than drugs. But I tell you what, he bounced back though. But yeah, Daryl Strawberry.
Well, I'm glad he did.
Yeah. But the Mets are one of the teams that are known for, like, they had the party plane. Like I said, like if you're on that plane going from game to game, I mean, it was blow women and all types of stuff. But hey man,
well, that's everywhere.
Yeah. Well,
it's not just sports. That's just anywhere there's a lot of money. Yeah, there's going to be women, drugs, and booze.
Oh yeah,
that's the way. That's life.
That's right, man. Wow, man. But yo, check it out, man. One thing that's going on in sports right now in New York City is Alex Rodriguez on steroids. Now, you've been allowed to witness the Hank Aaron's, the not Joe DeMaggio. I ain't gonna put you out there like Joe DeMaggio, but at least the Hank Aaron's and the Willie Mays and the Roberto Clementes and some of the great ball players. Right. So, do you think the steroids have anything to do with the records? Do you feel like do you feel like Alex Rodriguez shouldn't go to the Hall of Fame now because he got busted for steroids, or Barry Bonds, or Mark McGwire?
If it's in the rule book that you can't use something, okay, and then you do, and they say in the rule book, if you do this, you can't be in the Hall of Fame, then without a question. But I don't know if that's in the rule book. It's not in the rule book. Okay, so it's a very subjective question or answer. So my thing is, I have a hard time hitting at a batting cage at whatever miles an hour they're throwing that damn thing. Exactly. Now, I don't know if steroids makes you be able to spin that bat faster, it doesn't. And your eye see it. If your eye, it doesn't help your eyesight, then it's not. If it's not slowing something that's going like that to something that's coming at you like this, then it's still talent in hitting that ball. Exactly. That ball is coming fast.
They say what steroids do is actually help you recharge your battery. So the next day, when the other guys probably dragging.
What are they dragging for? Usually you're sitting in there. If you're out in the outfield, I was an outfielder and then I became a catcher. In the outfield, if you're not paying attention, a bird will fly over you. Oh, God, they hit the ball because you got to really be paying attention. You can go to sleep. It's such a long, boring game if you're watching. If you're playing it, it can be a little boring, but at least every time you see that pitcher wind up, you got to get in the ready position.
So what sports you played on? You say outfield. I'm trying to hear about this.
I was always the captain of the team because I took sports for real.
Big up Vaughan Mason coming on Sands on Sports Showing Love, man. I'm gonna play you part 2 of the interview next week, man. So make sure you tune back in. You can hear about the checks he gets from the song with Game and 50 Cent and Dr. Dre and whatnot, man. It's crazy. And if you're in the music business, it's something that you need to be checking out. But anyway, man, let's go to the email question of the week. And this is from Guy out in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He says, Jay says, do you think DeJuan Blair will get any votes as Player of the Year in college basketball? I think DeJuan Blair from Pitt will get some Player of the Year considerations in the Big East Conference, but there's only one Player of the Year candidate in college basketball right now, and that's that boy Blake Griffin at Oklahoma. I don't know if you've seen him play or not, but he's an incredible athlete. He has ball handling skills, he can rebound, he can score, man. So DeJuan Blair, maybe next year, but this year is that boy Blake Griffin. Now we're going to go on to Who's Hot, and I'm going to give it up to Shaquille O'Neal, and not because of what he's doing on the court, although he is balling this year, but no, I'm going to give it to him because before the All-Star game, when he came out and he was ticking and popping, you know, man, he take it back a little bit, you know, because I used to get down back in the day and whatnot, and Shaq still got the skills, man. So, yo, Shaquille O'Neal, hey, man, you're hot, brother. Yo, we're going to get out of here, but I want to talk about fantasy sports. I get hit up all the time. Yo, Sands, what's up, man? You going to play fantasy sports and whatnot? But anyway, we got the baseball season coming up, and people are asking me, you going to play fantasy baseball? I got one response for that. Hell no. Can you imagine that? Sitting in front of a computer for 162 games. That's how many they play in the baseball season. There's no way I can sit in front of a computer and try to figure out stats like that. I don't have the time for that. And if you do have the time for that, wow, get out your mother's basement. But anyway, man, yo, this is Jay Sands on Sports, and we out of here, y'all. Peace.